We're Karen and Bo Christensen, a Danish-American couple who met in Germany in 2016. Bo is an airline pilot, and Karen is a freelance advertising creative director. In late 2022, we bought Château de La Tuilerie in Martel, France, and are working to make it a bed and breakfast and wedding destination fit for a queen. Welcome to Queen's Escape.
Couple of issues we've had in 2 or 3 bathrooms is these pipes in some rooms, and then the ceiling that is really looking awful. And I've been scraping up there and making it ready for a paint job. I still have to fill out this crack here. And then I'm gonna paint this entire wall here, and then the ceiling and the pipe, so that it won't look so disgusting, but a little more, well, I guess you can say you don't even notice when it's clean, you know, but this, everyone can see how awful that looks. So it's good now that we have a gray and rainy day outside, because then you can do some indoor work. So it's perfect for that. Okay, so to some degree I got the crack here, or the cracks covered, and I think with a couple of layers of paint it will probably cover the thin cracks up there. I can easily cover with paint, so hopefully when I'm done with this it will all look a lot better than it does now. On the gym, and the project for this week was to expose stone, which we have done down to where you see that plaster, and it turned out that the top part of the plaster and the glue that was between the plaster and the stone was relative doable. We've been standing here chopping for days, and it doesn't come off easy, but the lower part here is really annoying, and it takes a lot of time. So instead I've decided to, because we did expose a lot of stone already, which looks nice, and then you've seen probably sometimes houses where you have a white wall and some stone exposed. So what I decided to do was to make a nice edge all the way across here, and then I'm gonna paint the lower part white, and then you will see the stone wall. And what I'm doing now is I'm scraping this wall over here and just dusting off, and then I'm gonna paint today so that wall, it needs 2 or 3 applications I think, but then that will be white and the lower part down here as well. And then later, that will be a later project, but we're gonna have to take down that wall, and we're also gonna have to take down the ceiling, which is not gonna happen now, but you can see how it looks. And up there is a beam, and all these beams, they go across holding up the floor in the dining room. So we're just gonna take down this old ceiling and all these old thin wooden bars that you have going there, and then we can insulate and start over putting up plast to cut off the damp, and then a new, I guess, a drywall kind of ceiling, and then finish it up again. So that is the major plan for the gym. So the gym is gonna be this room, and it's going to include this room as well. So we have to get all the stuff out. You see the wall there will come down. And then of course, she has all her equipment here. That's also included, and as you can see, a lot of work to be done down here, really. But that is one project that we've started, but it won't be finished anytime soon. But still, you get the idea of what's going on down here. After first application of paint, you see it doesn't really cover that much, but 2 or 3 times and it will be white here. And then now I'm gonna continue with this whole wall. I just did around the window. So this is my bucket, my roll, and a nice wall to do. Alright, first application of paint is on. And it looks like this. So clearly it needs more paint, but I think maybe the second time we'll do it. We'll have to see. Otherwise I will have enough paint in this bucket to do the third time. But it will look great when it's done. After finishing the paint job here in the cellar, I want to hang up what we call a rib. I'm not sure if that's the same word in English, but you see it here. And it's usually in connection with gymnastics. You can do exercises on this. It has to go on the wall here, but the problem is that it's too tall. So I need to cut off the ends. And I brought some tools over here so I can do that. And then I'm just gonna install it. It has these things here attached, so I can cut off the ends, and then I hope it will fit. that's it. There is now a gymnastics equipment here, and then Karen can put her black soft floorboards here on the floor, and do some more exercise.
So at the moment, it is Karen versus the ants around the perimeter of this house. And the ants are winning. So I got some new ant powder. Yeah, the ants are winning. So I'm gonna sprinkle some of this powder along the areas where they can come in. So outside my kitchen door, you can already see where Beau has sprinkled some powder for these ants. But somehow these little buggers are still coming in. They're still coming in. See, they even made a little ant hill there. For heaven's sakes, look at them having a good old time. So we're about to end that. Oh my goodness. All right, suckers, enjoy that. There's another one, another little ant hill right in the ant killing stuff. That is just crazy. And another one. Not having this. Not having this. I'll just go ahead and go over that line too. How about that? God. That's my little workroom there, and this is the little bridge that brings you out to the garden, and here is my kitchen door where I was sprinkling that powder, and this is the little bridge out to the garden. And then here I have just a few planters with some various things in them, little peppers over there, and strawberries and cauliflower, and some more strawberries and some raspberries. And look at my one little tomato. Oh no, two little pretty little tomatoes. How about that? So anyway, I was out here and I wanted to plant this fine raspberry bush, and so I started going into the soil like this, and I discovered this was the planter that had the ant houses in it. And there was the queen ant, and there were tons of worker ants, and there were lots of little baby ants and eggs and all kinds of stuff. And I mean, I just gave it a great stirring around, and the next day the ants were gone, and none have come into the house since then. So woohoo for me. It was just by luck that I was able to find that and get rid of them. So how about that? Tiger Mosquito spray to use when we're outside, because our neighbors tell us that the tiger mosquito can really make you sick. So try to spray it on the legs and arms and neck, and sometimes the face every time go outside. You know, in the evening, certainly when it's cool outside, because then all the mosquitoes and types of things come out, but tiger mosquitoes also come out during the day. So it's just best really to use a tiger mosquito spray all the time. You can see on this particular bug spray that it will specify in the bottom that it also works for moustiques tigre, or tiger mosquitoes, as well as a lot of other things and ticks and all of that. It smells awful. Been visiting the hydrangea to get some flowers for the rooms. This will be 3 for the 3 rooms that are coming today. And the little family orchard is doing well, really well. I pruned it a week ago, and we've already got new growth on a lot of the trees, so that's great. It's really great to see. Pretty. Yep. Gorgeous. Oh, I love pink. This is a brighter pink than I normally like, but in hydrangeas it kind of works. Isn't it gorgeous? Just in the grocery store getting some more things for the business, so like orange juice and pastries and little individual butters, yogurt, and baguettes, so that we can serve everything fresh for the morning. So we always go to the store almost every day when we're having guests. Which is annoying to have to come up here every day, but good. So I got hot water for the dining room for tea, and I've got new fruit. Got the green bananas and the pears and the kiwis that are just a little harder than the ones that I have that are a little bit riper. So we're gonna put a couple nectarines in. I'm gonna put these kiwis on top since they're a little more ripe and ready to go. And then I got some really pretty little plums. Pretty little plums, which I'll put here. There we go. So, and I have another pair. I think that's a good start. I go to the store every day for a baguette, so I always have a chance to revisit the fruit bowl. But that looks like a good mix of colors. Where's that other little yellow one? I don't want to hide that. That's pretty. And the shape of the pear, I don't really want to hide. I'll put that there and this here. Need red up here. Red here. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I like it. Now I am going to make some more individual jams for the weekend, so I'm all prepared. And then after that, I'll do some laundry. for me to pull out the old breakfast time requests because there's so many people here and I got to keep track of who's eating breakfast at 9 and who's eating earlier. Yep, in the next few days. So sometimes when we have families, we do adjoining rooms. So here we have our Cleopatra room. And right next door, we have our Eleanor room. So parents and kids can be close to each other, just giving it a little air before our guests arrive. And additionally, if we have an extra child and we need to make space, we do have some roll-in beds that we can do for just 15 euros extra. So normally this room has these two lovely single beds with a little small dresser and lamp between them. Both of them have one, but in this case we had to move to make room for our 3 children, and that's perfect. And both rooms have the bathroom and shower inside each room. Y'all, I'm here at the baguette machine. Oh my gosh. Look at that. I think I'll get 2. Just to show you what I'm dealing with here. I forgot it's Sunday and it's Bastille Day and all the stores are closed. So I'm here at the baguette automated machine to see if I can get a baguette. Nope. The pastries are ready. Come get your pastries. The guests get pastries and Karen gets broccoli and egg whites. But it's okay. I like broccoli and egg whites. So you're invited to become a patron of Queen's Escape by going to patreon.com/Queen's Escape and signing up. You can become a member for as little as $5 a month. And what you get there is basically the unabridged version of the videos that we share here. Plus you get to see the projects that we're working on in real time as they're happening versus waiting until the end of the project and then we will post one big video here on YouTube. And then also you get to be a part of the thinking process. You know, I have a lot of, there are so many decisions to make as we go through any project. And I often post questions to the patrons that we have just to get their input. You know, I often need a second opinion. And it's invaluable to me just to have some people who are interested to bounce ideas off about colors and decoration decisions and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, that's along with all of the normal benefits of like a free night stay for whichever level that you become a patron, and then a percentage off of however long that you will stay at Queen's Escape. And then also you're invited to any and all of the events that we have here. But the most important thing is that all of the money that we take in from Patreon goes
into chateau projects. We don't use it for bills, and usually we pay so much more into chateau projects than we get on Patreon anyway. So it's a labor of love, but it's an outlet for me to be able to have some people to talk to. And if you're interested in France and chateaus and the projects that we've got going on here, we'd love for you to be a part of it.
So lately on Patreon, we are just sharing some of the designs that we're doing. We try to do weekly videos and posts, and we're working on the Cleopatra room and the Elizabeth bridal suite, and doing updates to a lot of the guest rooms that we share here. And then just sharing daily frustrations, excitements, and decisions that we're making for the renovation of future rooms when we get new furniture, and how we're working, for example, on our Queen Elizabeth room, and how we have commissioned a lady to find a king-size period bed, and she's reupholstering and painting it, and we have a platform for it which we're painting and designing. We've added some pages to the website, and just kind of discussing a lot of those decisions, as well as sharing, how some of our projects are going, like our chateau shutters and other projects and little upgrades that we do to the rooms, and weekly videos as posted.